Hi everyone, welcome back to the channel. Today we're diving into another match analysis from the new Genesys format. I will break down the play strategies and key moments so that we can all get better at understanding how this format is shaping up. I'm playing the Genesys Voiceless Voice deck again, and I'm playing against the Big Jaws, the Shark deck. I'm not really experienced with this deck. I don't know really what this does, but he actually does. I think he plays well. But yeah, we just see how this shapes up. I'm winning the die roll and I'm going first. And yeah, my hand is pretty good. I play the Evelyn main deck because it's ridiculously good in this format. So yeah, let's just go straight into it. I'm starting with special summoning the Archfiend. And yeah, I reveal the Genesis Dragon. And then I will search the birth because the sage is already here, and yeah, I think the birth is a better interruption because it also gives me follow-up. Then I special summon the sage to be just safe from hand traps, and then I activate the pre-prep, adding Skull Guardian and also the ritual spell. Unfortunately here I'm playing not the light Regenesis monster. This would have been correct to maybe play here, so I could use my prayer, so maybe I will include this in other versions of the deck. But yeah, this is also brick, so this is maybe not the best thing. If we look at the hand of my opponent, he has a starter, so he can play. Yeah, this is kind of a break. This also, but he has Forbidden Droplet, which is also pretty strong in this format. You will see this later. Yeah, then I just special summon the Genesys Dragon, set the birth, and with those cards I cannot do more. I just leave them in my hand. He gets another extender, which is a good thing. He normals it. And yeah, right here I'm reading the cards. I'm really not familiar with this matchup, but I know it's an XYZ deck, and I know they have to have sharks on the field to be able to activate something. So I just straight up think about booking this card so he cannot further play. Yeah, I pay cost, and then he actually uses Droplet to just negate my two guys, which is actually fine. I don't have more interruptions, so he can now just go full combo. And he special summons the Big Jaws. And he can special summon this guy if a spell card was activated this turn. So because he used Droplet there, I think this was also the reason why he was so quick on using the Droplet here, and he wasn't waiting for me to activate anything so that he can just special summon the Big Jaws. And then yeah, he special summons another shark, searches for another one, goes overlay. This card is actually ridiculous because it says all monsters on the field get to being water, and in the main phase quick effect he can destroy the water monster. This is once per turn per copy, so if he has multiple he can use multiples of effects. And if this XYZ summon card is destroyed, you can special summon one Stealth Kraken spawns from the extra deck up to the number of materials this card had. So and the Stealth Kraken spawns, he can also pop water monsters. So if this one gets popped, he can get out another two cards that pop. This is also pretty crazy. Yeah, now he just starts to dismantle my board and also burn me for that. And then he just goes with the extender with the Remora and the Reborn's Jaws and just goes for another one. He makes a Ragnar Zero here. He tries to pop my other monster, but Ragnar Zero can only pop monsters in attack mode, and only if they have not the original attack. This one has half attack because of Droplet, so he tries to target and pop it and draw a card. But yeah, he cannot because it's not in attack mode. I played around that. And then he goes for his last extender and goes for another Stealth Kraken because yeah, this one is not once per turn. And then now he pops it. For me, overall, this is actually fine because all of those cards will get back to my hand in the end phase, so I have a lot of follow-up to play here. And the only thing that doesn't come back is the Archfiend, which is not that great because I actually normally wanted to have it back. So the correct play would have maybe been to just use the Sage at some point to just tribute this guy, but yeah. So in the end phase, they all come back, which is actually ridiculous, but he also has some interruptions. Those guys can both pop a water monster and make all monsters to being water. Now I top deck the Archfiend, so now I also have a different problem, because if I use Birth here, I cannot use the book effect of Birth again, because the Regenesis Archfiend is the I only have one Regenesis monster in my deck left, so this one has the cost to send one Regenesis monster from the deck, so I only have like one shot left. And also Archfiend doesn't have any good search targets anymore. But yeah, right now I just special summon the Genesys Dragon first, because I want to actually threat his back row, because I don't know what this is. And yeah, in hindsight, this was also a good idea, because this one is actually a scary card, and it also has a grave effect. So yeah, he actually changes it right now to just pop those cards. I chain the dragon to just banish it, so he won't get the grave effect. But yeah, I lose my both cards. And now, because this is popped through the trap, he can now use the effect to special summon 2 more XYZs, which is actually really good. So he specials the Kraken Spawn. They both get a material, and they have the effect once per turn during the main phase. Quick effect: you can destroy one monster your opponent controls. But this one makes everything to water. So my next step is just go for the Birth, and I will just book this. So now I have the last Regenesis card out of my deck. But I still have like a lot more to play, because I have the Archfiend here in hand. I will just be able to special summon another one, and yeah, I still search the Regenesis code. This is dead in my hand because I have no targets in the deck left, but still maybe I can discard it. So now I special summon the warrior and just go straight battle phase, run over those two. And this one is important to get away, so they won't be able to pop water monsters in the next turn. And right now I just have to pass. I set the Regenesis code, so maybe he will pop it, and then I will be able to maybe special summon something back that was banished. But yeah. Now he just goes for the armored XYZ Armor Fortress. I just now read the card and see that he can only make this once per turn. So I just decide to go for Genesys Warrior to just give it to the hand. And yeah, I think this is the point where he actually sets it, because he misreads the effect. But yeah, he scoops, because I actually won there. Now, after siding, he decides to go first. His hand is actually ridiculous. He has the Beautiful Princess, he has the Aoi Water Art. This card is stupid. If you don't know what it does, you can tribute a water monster like the opponent's hand and discard one card, and it's not once per turn. My hand is actually pretty crazy. I have the Pot of Extravagance. Punishment is not good. I have it in here because I played a new Fleur-de-Lis. But yeah, I did not get the new Fleur-de-Lis. I just get the punishment, which does nothing here. But Pot of Extravagance and Evenly Matched plus Pre-Prep is actually pretty good. But yeah, he has this card, which just cooks me right away if he has a board. So he's not playing around the draw in any way, but I don't think he has to. Now he just specials another one, overlays, and goes for the Armored Torpedo. Detaches 2 and draws into another Aoi Water Art. This is actually crazy. And then goes for the full armored XYZ. Special summons another Big Jaw. Gets another Shark. Specials another Shark. And searches for another Remora. Overlays into the Stealth Kraken. And then I think he makes another one. Oh no, he just passes like that. Okay. I don't know why he's not going for another Kraken, but actually I don't really know the deck really well. Maybe it's because of this card. Yeah, because he can XYZ summon with this card anyway, so maybe there's no reason to make another one. Right here, if my cards resolve, it's really good, but they do not. Oh, and he also has to tribute a water monster, so yeah, it's actually correct to not do it, because he wants to resolve both. I thought at first that he wants to just discard more evenly, but he decides to go for pot and pre-prep, so I cannot play the game because he has enough follow-up, right? So he just discards the pre-prep and the pot of extravagance, and he knows, okay, the rest of my hand doesn't play for me. So I just go evenly, he ranks up, and even if I use punishment, I cannot really out that because I don't have the correct cards in my extra deck to out this and also get plus. So yeah, I just scoop right here because I know he has follow-up, so yeah. Now I go first again, and my hand is actually pretty good because I have the Flying Sea. Flying Sea in this format is a good tech card because there are a lot of degenerate XYZ decks. You have Exorcister, you have this Shark deck, you have Generator, something like that, right? So there are a lot of strong XYZ cards and a lot of strong decks with XYZ effects, so yeah, I think Flying Sea is a really, really ridiculous side option. And you also don't have an extra monster zone where you can just link away a Flying Sea because there are no link monsters. So the only way to get this away is like send it for Droplet or something like that, which he fortunately has, right? Or just go for a synchro summon or crash it, right? Or when I run over it. But it's hard to get away if you don't play Droplet like he does. You could also go for like Dark Hole or something. But yeah. Now let's just start with the Pot of Extravagance. Yeah. The first thing you always draw with a Pot of Extravagance is another Extravagance. That's like the normal thing to do. But I also draw another Flying Sea. And if you look at it, when you upon normal or special summons a monster, except during the damage step, you can special summon this card from your hand to the opponent's field. The control of this card cannot XYZ summon. So yeah, this thing is not once per turn. So it's actually crazy that I draw another Flying Sea here because yeah, I will always just give him one Flying Sea, and then if he dropped it's the first one, I can just special another one, right? So this is actually crazy. Then I go for Zafira and search for the other Saphira. I just use it there to be able to summon the Skull Guardian. I just make a mediocre board here. I only have option. I only can access one of my engines, so I just go for the blessing here to get back the Saphira and to be able to special summon it in the next turn. And then he starts with the Beautiful Princess. Right there he special summons the Buzzsaw Shark, and I decide to use the first Flying Sea here. Special summon it, and then yeah, he uses the Piri Rice map. I now tell him that he cannot use it because he can only use it at the start of the main phase, so he gets it back, but he still just sends it for Droplet. It was actually correct for him here to send 2 because he wants to negate the low, so I will not be able to tribute as it is as a full cost for for ritual summon, right? So it was correct to also negate the low, not just the Skull Guardian. So I won't be able to go blessing, effect, tribute low, special summon Zafira, special summon back low, get the trap, draw 2 cards with Zafira. So I think this was the correct play. But yeah, he still has a problem because I have another Flying Sea. So yeah, now I use the blessing and also the Flying Sea. And then I think he just loses right here because yeah, there's not a lot more he can do. I just go get the Skull Guardian from the field because there's no reason for him to stay there because he's like negated. I rather draw 2 cards and then discard 1 and wait for the next turn because I know he cannot play. Droplet is once per turn, so yeah, he just scoops it up because he knows, yeah, from this point I probably just lost because there's a Flying Sea, I cannot play anymore. So this card is a really, really strong card, and I think it should be in in every side deck, really, yeah. Alright, I think that sums the game up. I think Sharks is a really, really cool deck in this format. also the things that you can do with the Kraken is really cool. And the Armored XYZ is also a strong card. You can play Droplet and stuff like that. I think it's a well-positioned deck. Alright, thank you so much for watching, and see you in the next video.